so fucked, and I'm here with Rock Hard Live with Chad. How's it going today?
Going great, going great.
How's tour been so far?
Tour's been awesome. We're about halfway through right now, and we couldn't be happier with the turnouts and how everything's been going. So far, so good.
So is this your first tour back?
This is my first United States tour back before the Fallen Dreams in 5 years.
Is it crazy?
It's been
Or is it
crazy.
good to be back?
It's been great to be back. We just finished up 3.5 weeks in Europe about 2 months ago, and it was great. It was Europe. The kids over there are awesome. The shows over there were awesome. But it's always nice to come back to kind of where you started. And I grinded with For the Fallen Dreams for 4 years in the States, so it's cool to come back to places we were playing back in 2006 now that we're established and everything's back to how it is now. So
when you very first started, did you ever think that you were going to be like traveling outside the country and everything? Or were you just like, hopefully I make it?
Oh yeah, I think that's kind of everybody's attitude. I mean, of course, I think everyone's like, yeah, I want to make it big. I want to tour the world and da 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 da. I think that's the ultimate goal. But I mean, when we were first starting out, we just wanted to be gone. We didn't care. We would do things. We would book 3-week tours and have maybe 8 shows out of 3 weeks because we just left. We were 18-year-old kids, and we would just get on the road and go. And if we didn't have a show the next day, we'd get on MySpace and we'd look around for shows going on close to us and just call the promoter and be like, hey, I think we could play like 10 minutes. That's what we used to do literally all the time back in the day. So
did you guys ever have like regular day jobs?
We tried.
What was the worst out of all of you guys? Who had the worst job? Who was the janitor at a hospital?
I worked at Hot Topic, and that was.
You didn't like it?
I liked it because I got to be around music, but I didn't like retail. I'm gonna take that one and say that's
they're
my
like,
bugaboo.
hey, it's gonna be fun to work at the store, and then you're stuck back there just like putting tags on shirts all day, and you're like, this sucks. I didn't even get a chair.
Exactly. I thought I was gonna get to go there and talk about music and just like hang out all day, and no, it was not like that at all. Hot Topic was an awesome company, but it just wasn't my thing doing retail. So.
Do you shop there?
I actually I wear a vest on stage until I start sweating profusely, and it's from Hot Topic. So. Is
it that acid washed one?
No, that's
a
cool one.
I had it.
I got it. I just got the gray one.
The gray one's cool too.
I rock gray. So.
Yeah. So, do you guys get any like what are they called? When companies just give you clothes
like
to
endorsements?
Promote? Yeah, endorsements.
Yeah, like the tour we're on right now, Peter Says Denim actually sponsored the tour. So right before we left, the guys at Peter Says Denim sent over a ton of shirts and jeans and all this cool stuff. So we've been wearing that all this tour. And actually there's a clothing company called Heavyweight company, and they sent us a bunch of snapbacks and T-shirts and stuff, and we've been wearing that also. So it's been great. You know, I mean, you got to pay for clothes, cool, and they're cool clothes too. So. Yeah,
you ever like get to the bottom? You have like the one pair of socks left. Only one sock, actually.
I'm already on that.
And then they just send you clothes? Or?
Yeah. I mean, they usually send them like before tours. But like right now, like we've been out for 2 weeks, and I have nothing clean. No underwear, no socks. It sucks.
Are you going to clean it in the river or something?
I mean, I could. I
the
should.
River's right around the corner.
I've seen that. I actually probably could do that. I'm down with that.
So, where you guys come from? Is there like a river or anything? Or where you come from? Where do you come from?
Well, I live in Saginaw, which is like an hour and 20 minutes north of Detroit. Mm-hmm. And I would never wash my clothes in the Saginaw River. It's
Is it cold there?
Oh yeah. I mean we have, but
snow?
but I mean like in Michigan we have seasons. Like right now it's just as hot here as it is in Michigan.
Oh.
So, but in winter, we'll have 4 feet of snow, but then the fall it's 65, 70 degrees. We have.
So you guys have like everything.
We literally have everything, which is really awesome.
Do you do like outdoor sports and whatnot?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lots of fishing, snowboarding, all that good stuff.
So you have you ever built an igloo?
No, it's not that cold. That'd be cool though.
They did that. Somebody on a different tour did that.
They built an igloo.
Yeah, they were from Australia. Capture the Crown.
They did not build an igloo.
They did. They got pictures on Instagram and Twitter.
I don't believe it.
It's crazy.
It's so hot there. They don't even get snow.
No, not in Australia on their tour.
Oh, okay. Here. I thought they meant they did it in Australia. I was like, no, that's impossible. No, they did not do that. They're lying. I know it's hot in Australia. There's no way. But yeah, that makes sense. I'm sure they probably did then.
Do you guys ever get to like meet like animals and stuff when you go on tour? Like do a bunch of like fun stuff that they set up for you?
We're one of those bands. We really take advantage of every amount of time during the day we have to do things. So like today we pulled over off on the highway like 5 or 6 different times just to look at trees and take pictures and be a bunch of tourists. You know.
What's your favorite kind of tree?
My favorite tree? I like pine trees. I like pine trees because I like Christmas. So I'm gonna say pine trees.
So Christmas is your favorite holiday?
Oh, of course. I'm like a kid.
What was your favorite, like, your most memorable gift you got when you were a kid?
I was probably 5 years old, and my parents got me a Ninja Turtle, like a truck you could sit in, like drive around. I used to do that all the time. I still remember that. So like being 4 or 5 years old, I feel that's a pretty significant memory to remember that for that long. So
yeah.
I'm gonna go with the Ninja Turtle truck. That was pretty sweet.
So you were a big Ninja Turtle fan?
Oh yeah.
Who's your favorite Ninja Turtle?
Raphael.
Of course, the size.
Yeah.
What's that?
Exactly.
So Saturday morning wake ups, everything.
What's that?
You woke up every Saturday morning to watch Ninja Turtles?
Oh, of course. That and Goosebumps. I was big on Goosebumps too.
Yeah.
So I always woke up for the Saturday morning cartoons. I was always up early.
What do you do on the road now that you don't have those?
I don't know. We talk about it a lot because we're always like, we need to get an Xbox and Netflix and all this stuff in there because when we're at home, we're usually playing video games or watching TV. You know?
Yeah.
So it kind of sucks. Like when we're away, we don't get to do all that stuff anymore. But
you guys are like having video game withdrawals.
Yeah. So everyone just goes to sleep early. Like I do not go to sleep early except when I'm on tour. On tour, I'm like in bed by like 11. After the show, I hang out for a little bit. I mean, I'll party if it's a party night, but I mean, if it's like just a mile driving night, I'm out. I'm not gonna sit up and hang out. I'm out, going to sleep.
I feel it.
Yeah.
Do you have to drive ever?
Well, we have a driver for this tour, so not as much as I would usually. And I don't have a license right now, so I kind of use that as like.
Oh wait, I can't drive.
Yeah, I can't drive, guys. If I get pulled over, I'm screwed. But I can drive. The guys, I think the guys get pissed sometimes that I don't drive. I probably should drive more.
But that's a legitimate
reason.
It is.
It really is. I'm always like, okay, I'll drive, but if we get pulled over, you guys got to switch me real quick. So.
And then they're just like, damn it, I'll just drive.
Just fine, whatever you. Just fine, I'll drive. So.
Okay, so you guys have a new single out, right?
Yeah.
Substance.
Yep.
How did that all come together?
Jim actually had been writing since their tour last year, since Never Say Die they did, and Jim had been writing tracks since then. And when we were trying to figure out which song we were going to release for our first single, with me coming back, we went through all the pre-pro, and Jim showed me this one. I was like, dude, it kind of has elements of everything the band's kind of done. It kind of has like the old feel, but at the same time, it still has like the feel of all the newer stuff too. You know, I didn't want the first track release be something that was like
throwback.
Yeah, I mean, like I've said 1,000 times before, I mean, we're all about where we started from. We're all about how this band got going and our sound and what we used to sound like and changes and yada, yada, yada. Mm-hmm. But at the same time, like, we want to progress as musicians. We want to progress. We have progressed as people and musicians. So to write stuff that we would write back in like 2007, 2006, it's just not going to happen, you know? So, I mean, I feel like the stuff we're writing now is kind of a modern day changes or modern day relentless, like stuff we would write. But now that we're older, I think this is the kind of music that's coming out. And I think Substance is a good mix of what stuff used to sound like back in the day, but at the same time, I think it sounds a lot like Backburner, and it's got choruses, and it's got something I think everybody who has been a fan of the band for the past 6 years, 7 years, everybody can kind of like a part of that song. I think Substance was a great first song to release. I mean, personally at least.
Are you gonna release any more throwback stuff, or are you gonna just keep developing?
No, I mean, like a lot of the songs, like I think Substance is a song that's, like I said, has kind of elements of everything. Mm-hmm. But there's songs that, I mean, we have 14, 15 songs that we've already written. There's stuff that sounds like things we wrote back when we were 18 years old. You know what I mean? So it's really a good mix of everything. I mean, like the stuff we have coming out right now is the best stuff I've ever written. I think Jim it's the best stuff he's written today too. You know, so I think it's a good mix.
Have you guys gotten any like negative feedback from that?
Yeah, you know, I mean, I think you're gonna. That's just natural for that to happen. Like some kids are like, it doesn't sound like Changes. I'm like, all right, man. Well, we're gonna release 14 more songs that you can critique and tell me they don't sound like Changes or they sound like Changes. Like, go for it. You know, I mean, you're always gonna have critics.
Did you just get really angry about it?
No, like, I mean, when you've been doing it as long as we have, like, it doesn't get you down. It doesn't piss you off. It just annoys the fuck out of you. Because we've been doing it for so long where it's like, okay, enough. Just enjoy the song.
Like, good one. I've heard that one
exactly.
before.
Just enjoy the song. You know, I get it. It's generic. That's the word of today's generation, is the word generic. The most overused and worst word imaginable when it comes to bands. This is way too generic. Like, just listen to the song. Just enjoy the song. If you don't like it, that's fine.
Just turn it off if you don't like it.
Just turn it off. Yeah.
Like,
see my frustration right now?
Like that. Yeah, like, I'm really angry. I don't like this song. I'm going to write a web review.
Yeah, and telling out people how generic it is and how much you hate it. I mean, right on. There's got to be critics, and obviously we're used to that. This band has had its fair share of critics, which is fine. But, I mean, at the end of the day, we're just writing music that we want to write, we want to play. And I hope kids enjoy it just as much as all the stuff we've written and wrote before.
Do you think leaving and coming back made you closer to the band, or do you think there was kind of like a weird, like, like when you were friends with somebody and you stop being friends with them, and then you become friends again, you're not as close?
No, I don't think at all. I mean, me and Jim have been friends for years. Like, I mean, I dropped out of high school to tour with For the Fallen Dreams. We've stayed friends through its entirety of me being in the band or out of the band. You know, I think it wasn't like an awkward thing. I mean, obviously the first couple shows, it was weird being back on stage with the guys and playing songs I haven't played in 5 years. But I mean, at the same time, it's not like when I left For the Fallen Dreams, I just cold turkey was out of the game. You know, I did Legend for 3 years. I'm still doing Legend. So, I mean, I wasn't rusty. It was just getting back in that groove of, oh, okay, I get it. And like now, I mean, you'll see live now on stage. And that was one good thing about Europe, I think, being the first tour with me back, is that I got to develop how I was going to be on stage again with the band, how I perform with the band differently than how I had before. Europe was kind of like the guinea pig. So now,
like the first child.
Exactly. Yeah. So now, I mean, like the U.S. tour, this is, to me, is the most important tour that we're going to do in the next year, because it's our first tour back. Like, hey guys, we haven't gone anywhere. We're just as solid as we were before. We're better than ever. And this is our first tour back in the States. So I think it was really important for us to be completely on point, and we are 110%. There's not anything lacking right now. You know, I think everything's exactly where it should be. So
what happened to your gauges?
I actually just don't have them in right now.
Yeah.
I used to have huge ones, and then like I took them out, and then I put them back in, and I took them out.
I've done that. You put them in, and you take them out, let them go back, and you're like, oh, I miss them.
I haven't had them in a week, so they'll probably close up a little bit. So I'm gonna have to go through the pain of stretching them out again, which is just stupid. I should probably just leave them out, but I'm indecisive.
It happens.
I don't know.
So, do you have any matching tattoos with anybody?
I don't think so. In the band, no. Me and the V, the drummer, are the only guys with tattoos anyway.
Really?
But yeah, Jim's not tattooed and Brandon's not tattooed.
Who were those other guys with you that have like fresh tattoos? What was going on?
Oh, 100th. They got tattooed last night.
What happened? Like
I guess I didn't get invited.
Somebody on tour or
I mean,
with you guys?
No. Like we were in Reno last night, and our friend Tony, he works at a tattoo studio called Monster Tattoo, and he tattooed them yesterday.
Why didn't you get invited?
I could have, but I don't want to be the guy like, hey,
tattooed?
Man. I got a little bit of room. I got my legs, but I just taking care of tattoos on the road is the
terrible.
Most annoying thing in the world.
I got a tattoo and then went camping. It's terrible.
Terrible idea.
Terrible idea.
Because you're just babying it the whole time. You can't do things you want. Like, I would do that. Like I got tattooed right before I left, like on my neck, and it was terrible. For like the first 4 days of tour, I would sweat and it would sting. And when I took my shirt off or put my shirt on, I was just pulling scabs. And I'm just like, this is idiotic. Why did I do this?
When you got it tattooed on your neck, when you would sing, would it hurt?
Yeah, actually, when I got my jawline tattooed, we had a show in Iowa 3 hours later. Mm-hmm. So I got it tattooed, and then we went to the show. We played the show in Iowa, and it was super swollen. So I just felt like this big chubby dude on stage. And my neck was just swollen, bouncing around everywhere. I felt it was terrible.
Okay, so out of your entire band, who would you marry, who would you fuck, and who would you kill?
I would marry, fuck, and kill Jim.
Why all him?
It's just
marry him, then fuck him, then kill him?
Exactly.
Or would you kill him, then fuck him?
No, I couldn't have sex with Jim after he was dead. He'd have to be alive.
Just heavily drugged.
Yeah, he's usually heavy drugged anyway. So.
Right on.
Yeah.
So are you guys like big partiers out on the road, or do you kind of lay low now?
We party. I mean, we talked about this before. Like, we've been doing, like I said, we've been doing this for so long now. Now we're not. We used to be like the young kids. Like, we used to be like, yeah, like the new band. Like, you know, For the Fallen Dreams, we're the new guys. We're not the new guys anymore. Yeah, now we're old. Like, we're the older guys on tour. Like, the band Sworn In that's on tour with us right now, they're like how we were when we started. They're 18, 19 years old.
The first band?
Yeah.
The tiny little guys?
Yeah, they are killer, by the way. They're awesome dudes. We love them to death. They're like our little brothers. And they're awesome, you know, but they're like at the stage when we started. So, like, they said something to us the other night, like, when are you going to buy us beer? I was like, you guys aren't 21. We can't buy you beer. And they're like, whatever, you old geezers. And it really hit home. I was like, oh, my God. Are we really the oldest guys on the tour? I'm only 25, but I don't know.
Yeah. So, when you guys were younger and you toured, did you, like, argue all the time? Because, you know, like, when you're younger, you're just like, dude, you're hella gay. Yeah. No, you're gay. And then you don't talk, like, for the rest of the night.
We would do that. There's, like, literally, there's everyone in the band now. Like, we don't have nobody's personalities clash. Like, everybody knows
how to react to everybody else.
I mean, it's just everyone kind of accepts everybody for who they are. Jim, he's out of his mind. Brandon's he's the party animal. And Naveed's, he's our little buddy who runs around and hangs out, and he parties, and I party and hang out. Everyone's personalities mesh perfectly. We don't have any tension. You know what I mean? Most of the tension me and Jim deal with are band issues, but never towards each other, you know, which is naturally going to come. But I mean, it's also really rare these days that you find band members that even fucking get along, you know. We get along great, you know, so
that's awesome. Are you guys gonna when are you gonna release your other 14 songs?
The album right now is looking like it's gonna be out near October.
Yeah, so look for it. Do you want to add anything else?
Come out and see us. Come out to a show and hang out. That's one reason we're doing this, is to hang out with everybody. I know every band says that, like, no, we're here for the fans, but we really are. That's the whole reason we do this. You know, if kids don't come up and talk to us after a show, it feels like we didn't do our job on stage. You know? At least to me. So.
All right. Well.
Cool.
Bye.